What you got there, Dhokla? Where's your bone? Did you finish your bone? Did Dhokla finish her bone? David? No.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's as long as it's what you said, kind of where they get to play against the tier 2 team to get relegated, I'm cool with it. I mean, if they're just getting relegated, I don't think that.
No. I definitely get it because in your sense, you don't even get a chance to like play for it. Like you just instantly lose a spot, which would feel demeaning. And I get that. Like I said, I'm not trying to say it's the end all be all. There you can critique it and there can be works on it. I was just thinking that it could help out in the sense of we have Chronologic Gaming and Golden Guardians for 2-3 years. You just sit there at the bottom and nothing's going on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You finally did it. Every time you said the here all be all, I was losing my fucking mind, and then you finally corrected it to end all be all.
I was waiting too.
It feels so much better.
I was trying to find it. My bad. I was trying to find it, but I kept like resulting to that, and that's just. But no, like it would just be better in that situation.
Not the end all be all.
Like it would just be better. Like 10 place just fights against first place for tier 2, and then if Golden Guardians loses, get them out of here. Just get them out and give me the new team and just call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they're doing, that's not the current thing, I guess, because the current one is a little weird.
Yeah, the current one's weird.
Only one slot.
Oh no, I just joined the call to just talk to
him.
I just wanted to.
You ready to
you want
fall?
to
Yeah. Sorry to cut you guys off, but
Oh.
I want to get this done. Then I have a story to tell Paul afterwards. So I'm trying to get.
I almost moved David in the middle.
All right, we are live, by the way. Just so you know. Let me pop this on. Why is it that every time I go away, it seems like everything blows up out of proportion for 100 Thieves? I went on vacation. It gets announced that my org is literally leaving.
Yeah.
You name it, it all happens. Fun fact, the shirt that I'm wearing right now is a Disney Plus shirt. It's the Disney streaming logo, I think. Yeah, Disney.
Is that for the merger?
No, this is from like 2021. This is like leftover merch from like 3 years ago. They were cleaning out the old office. And they're like, here, come take a bunch of shit. And this is one of the things I took. And I was like, well, this works as a gym shirt, so why not?
Did you see what Lunar just put?
I heard rumors that Dave fell into a pit full of silver and couldn't climb out because the ladder was made of platinum.
That's a crazy comment.
Wouldn't Emerald
you're
make
just
more sense? 'Cause
chilling
I'm in
about
flat.
your shirt. Yeah, it would have. It would have. You're just chilling with your shirt, talking about it, getting strays. Did you see, dude? No less than 2 series in, and Anthony Richardson broke his finger.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Because I saw.
Yeah.
Wait, you mean 2 series? Like he broke his finger in the preseason game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what's his deal? Like how long does it take a broken finger to recover?
No, I don't know, but Daniel Jones then came in and was throwing absolute dimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was low key, like I was like, okay, we'll see what Daniel Jones has got. It was with the second string,
Yep.
so it was just like all our bums, and he just starts dotting some dudes up, and then we, like, slowly, my buddies who've been like lying to themselves saying Adonai Mitchell's any good, were like, man, that guy just keeps dropping the ball. In all practice, he looked good, so they all kept sending me clips like, you're an idiot, Paul. And I was like, literally, his big problem is he's afraid of being hit. So, like, in game, he gets way worse because he knows he's about to get hit. And then what happens in game? He gets one right across the middle. Nobody's there. The dude's behind him, bro. Like, he's about to get tackled, completely normal. Goes for the ball, but then freaks out and just comes, like, you can see his arms come back in and he drops it because he's freaking out. And I was like, I told you all. This dude is terrified. Terrified of playing football. I don't know how he did it in college, because in college he was good.
What team was he playing for?
I mean, the Colts.
No, what team in college was he playing for?
Oh, Texas. It wasn't even like a terrible team. He was doing good in Texas.
I thought you were gonna say like some like, you know, Pac-12, like Mountain West, like.
No.
We have our preseason game against the Texans in 2 days. I'm scared for that one. I don't know how to value this season for us. I'm assuming it should be a down one. Like we should be like last in the division in theory, but
it's gonna be a down year from last year.
I mean, you would think, but the team's exactly pretty much the same, barring the most
important position.
I think we upgraded in quarterback, but that's just me. I'm telling you. JJ might not be the man, but he can't possibly be worse than the last 2 quarterbacks that we've had. That starts seeing ghost the second shit series. There's no way.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's hard to know because Michigan was a run-heavy team, so it's hard to know what he is in the NFL. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's the NFL. People are randomly very good. So it's hard to like actually hate on something outside of just being a hater, which is what we all do.
Did you see the AP coaches poll came out?
No.
Florida's ranked 17th. Which I'm happy with.
Nice.
I'm happy. Hey, that's a decent starting spot. I'm not going to complain. Because I get it. You guys see, Lagway's got to be healthy. I get it.
Where's Georgia?
Great question, actually. I don't even remember. AP poll, college football. Or it might have been the coaches poll, not the AP poll. No, yeah, it was the coaches poll. Let's see. Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia at 4.
Dang. That's too high. I want them farther back.
That I was happy with 17. I was like
8.
that. I'm fine with 17.
Yeah.
That gives us like a ton of time to build momentum throughout the season until we get to that like really rough part in the middle. We get like those 2 cupcake weeks to start, and then shit starts hitting the fan, and it's like, oh man. And great point from Lunar. Texas, Ohio State 1-2. The first time a 1-2 have ever played each other on opening day.
That is cool.
Ever. That's so wild. I love it.
Because the Big Ten is absolute idiots, and the reason the SEC is just so much better. They have it go being a kickoff at noon. Noon? Yeah, it's a noon game.
It's a big noon game?
Because you want to know why? It's because Fox does not understand how to make money. They just don't get the concept of that if you put a game in prime time, it gets more viewership. And they're like, well, if we do that, we have to compete with the other game on ABC later in the night. And they're like, so, and there's probably other rights to it, right? So they're like, oh, this time slot we just can't do. And it's like, well, you know what ESPN doesn't own? They never put anything at like 6:30 or like set 6-ish, maybe 5:30. Put the game at some weird time in the evening and just put it around dinner. And they're like, oh, well, what if people want to go eat with their families? I promise you, they will still watch that game wherever they are eating with their family. They will still have it on a TV.
Hang on, what day is that game? Because I think if I'm not mistaken, if that's let me see, Texas.
Unless they've changed it, but it wasn't noon. Yeah, it's still a noon kickoff.
That's wild.
Noon.
I
can't believe it.
On the 30th, I will be down in South Carolina to watch that game.
Nice.
So I will be in SEC territory watching that game. That's gonna be fun.
I mean, everyone's still gonna watch it, but it's just like so stupid to put your game at noon.
Agreed.
Like, it's so dumb. Because nobody's trying to do that, all that. Like, just make it a good time.
You know what else is dumb?
What?
Everything around the LTA this week. I'll let you pick. There's so many different topics. All right, what do we want to start with? Because I don't want to drag on college football for too long and pro football. We got tons of time.
Yeah, that's fair.
We've got the games from last week, the results, like the Lion upset. You have the 100 Thieves roster change, potentially, or 6-man, whatever you want to call it. You have your boy Palafox calling out the casters. We got viewership. Dude. We've got, like, pick your poison. Which one do you want to go with? Which one do you want to start ranting on first?
First, I want to say that, and I know most people have already talked about this, but I just gotta beat it in because it's something I'm being able to understand, is the format. Does not make any sense to me. No matter how many times I see things happen in it, I'm like, how is that the outcome that just happened? Like, every time I look at it, I'm like, what happened? And because this week, like, the unthinkable happened, right? None of us thought that Lion was going to do what Lion did. So, I mean, everybody mailed in the rest of the split, but Lion also picked up Surdy, and it was good to see Surdy doing well. But that upset happens, we realize TL actually is just this fraudulent fourth team, and Shopify is still the kings of the gatekeeping-ish, but they seem to not be able to crush a bad team, but they're definitely better than a bad team.
Yeah.
That's what we are. And I know Palafox would hate me for what I just said, because based upon some of the things he's been saying. But whenever I watch them, it's like people will be like, you got to be on cloud 9. And I'm like, no, bro. I'm watching it like, oh, we're so close. And this is like the most heartbreaking way to exist as a team. To have a team that fully exists as like, we are clearly third when you know there's only 2 slots to get into Worlds. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
There's only 2. Like, I'm just like, oh, we're really gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there, and unless an upset happens, we're not gonna make it, and it's gonna be so sad.
I mean, you need what? You need C9 to falter, which, I mean, good luck. I was thinking like top 4, but you guys have top 4 secured. You can't lose it, I don't think, right?
Yep. I mean, yeah, we can't lose top 4 now.
So you're chilling
because of TL.
Yeah.
Unless we got 2-0'd, I think, and TL 2-0'd, but I don't even think that could do it.
I mean, you guys are just set. Like, the reality is, like, life is going to be good for you. I need to turn this light down. Thank God. That was so bright.
Yeah, and we actually have, like, a pretty, no offense, we have a really easy game, too, to, like, seal the deal here. So,
look.
No offense. But I guess back to my actual point of why I started this way is Lion does the unthinkable and the reward was FlyQuest. And that just boggles my mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? they finally get out of there and they go, "Great job, guys. Here you go." It's FlyQuest, and it's like, what? What? And then Dig gets DSG for going 0-2?
Yep.
And they're like, well, it's the reward for the losers. And it's like, then what's the point of the format? I don't even get what's the point.
And the worst part is...
you can't win yourself out.
And that C9 game on Sunday is going to be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not... The second
FlyQuest
wins 2-0 over Lion, assuming they do, which, hey, by all means, Lion pulled off a miracle once, but I think TL was like the easy picking. It's not going to be the same this week. Assuming that they 2-0, C9 TL becomes completely irrelevant. Completely. Because C9's locked in the upper bracket, and FlyQuest gets to pick their opponent, of which no matter what happens, they're not picking Cloud9. Not in this stage, where it like actually sets the bracket. So like you now have a match where C9 doesn't give a single fuck. Which TL might care, but like we're talking like week 18 NFL game where like everybody could rest starters if they want to, nobody gives a shit, and it's like there's zero consequence at all. And there's no format ever where in week 3 we should be talking about, should they take this seriously or not? Like, in what world is that a good format? Ever.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like, I don't know how, I don't know who cooked this format. Like, I get, as of next week, it'll technically be irrelevant. But you butchered 3 weeks of play. Like, 3 weeks of hype building to just watch it all crash and burn. To then, on top of that, like the scheduling as Dom reviewed it for playoffs is fucking wild. The team that the team that makes the run to like like say there's a team that goes from like 4th place to finals, as of right now, like, and that's 4th place to finals of just LTA North, because we have like our own LTA North playoff bracket, and then the top 3 go from there. But the team that the team that plays, it would be like the 4-3, then the 3-2, then the 3-1, would play all those best of 5s consecutively.
Oh my gosh. I'm looking at it now. Okay. This is absurd. What? So they play... Wait, okay, there's actually a chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say they lose 7, 8, 9, 10. If they lost in like round 1 of upper bracket final for regional finals, right? And they win this one, they could play 10 best of 5s.
Which, to be fair, I like 10 best of 5s. My problem,
I was gonna say
that part I do like. Like, if you want to play that many best of 5s, fine.
We've asked for.
But here's my thing. Imagine this. Imagine FlyQuest does the unthinkable this week. Okay, they fuck around. It's like, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna pick C9 in round 1. Or in round 1 of upper bracket, they pick C9. C9 loses the FlyQuest and drops down. Think about the build, okay? Because then you're gonna face like DSG or like this, like you're gonna go from facing like shit teams to better teams to climbing away up to the mountain. You're gonna get to LTA North finals, and then you're gonna drop back down to play the bottom feeders of fucking LTA South to then slowly climb your way back up to that same top. It's like, dude, what? Like, there's no gradual build at all with this. It's just, it makes the least amount of sense I think I've ever seen a format make, ever.
I mean, it's like it's weird too, because it's like this strange group that isn't groups thing to start it. Yeah, and then the bracket is just a normal like double Elam bracket, but even worse because there's a huge punishment for the lower bracket. Like, you don't actually get double Elam if you go to the lower bracket, but you could go to the lower bracket.
And how you seeded to get to that lower bracket is beyond fucked up. Like, that's like, even though
weird.
Even though we're still gonna get
crazy.
Look, we're gonna get FlyQuest and C9 at 1-2, obviously. But we have zero way to properly power rank everybody else beyond those top 2. Because like you had one, like sure, 100 Thieves played TL, like, and luckily now we're gonna play Shopify. But it's like, okay, if we lose to Shopify, great. Our losses were to FlyQuest, to Team Liquid, and to Shopify. But would we have been better than Lion, DSG, or Dig? But yet we'll be 8th potentially. Like I'm sitting there like there's no world where I go into this playoff bracket being like, yeah, this is seeded properly, other than 1 and like that's it.
This is what's great too. This is how Lion had to get to their qualifying, right? This was their qualifying matches. C9, TL, FlyQuest. I mean, just off the dome, probably one of the hardest things you could think of to do it.
Yeah.
Now, here's how Dig gets to just pitter-patter their way to it, I guess. They had to play Shopify, C9, Disguised. So they so both of those teams could come out of this with the same record. In theory, the same level of like standing. And actually it could be worse for Lion, because Lion only 2-1 TL, right? Or did they 2-0?
Or no, they 2-1. I'm pretty sure they 2-1.
Why can't I remember? Yeah, 2-1 TL have won that series, then gets 2-0'd by FlyQuest, Dig 2-0's DSG, and all of a sudden we're looking at Dig's actually going to place higher than Lion for bottom bracket, even though Lion looks like the better team. Dig is actually going to get the better seed.
There's no way what Lunar just said is true. There's no way that DSG can jump to top 4 if C9 sweeps TL. There's no way, right? Well, I guess they could, yeah. Because if DSG wins, then their total game record would, say they go 2-0, they're 2-4.
No, yeah, they can.
But wouldn't TL?
They can.
Oh well, I guess TL would only have what, 1 win then, and be one with the same record.
TL would have the same record as DSG.
No, TL would have 3 wins because they 2-0'd 100 Thieves and they got 1 win against Lion. Wouldn't they be above?
Yeah, but DSG got 1 win against Shopify.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, that's wild.
Why does Disguised own the tiebreaker on TL?
No, they wouldn't though. The tiebreaker was prior splits ranking, so they can't.
So they can't jump to top 4.
Okay, no, they can't. That's
yeah. Because the tiebreaker was that, right?
Yeah, it was last, because it's the same reason why like FlyQuest automatically gets it over C9. So no, they can't jump to top 4. There's no way for that to happen. Okay, that I feel better about. And no, it doesn't matter if there's a 3-way tie or not. It is just pure ranking after that, because there's no tiebreaker scenario. They just do the fucking ranking from
the fact though
from spring.
Like that is the path is what's killing me. I mean, the path just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It actually is insane that this exists. And by the way, this isn't like this small format change, or this isn't a small like timing to do it. This is right before the like most important tournament to qualify for is.
Yep.
That we're doing this. Like, this just doesn't make sense. I don't know who said yes. That's all what's killing me.
I need to know. Because let's shoehorn this in here then at the same time. Did you see my tweet on viewership numbers?
No.
All right, I'll lay this out. I need to lay it out for stream as well. All right, because I got the numbers. They're great. They're fantastic. Do you remember what the average viewership was for weekday games, summer 2023? Average viewership by the end of that split. If you had to place a guess, what do you think it was?
110K?
No. The average viewership was 76,000. Good try. Good try.
Oops.
Yep.
Oops.
Way lower.
Oops.
Way lower. It was like 76 or 78. Wow. Some bullshit like that. It was like upper 70s. What do you think average viewership was last summer? Sorry. LCS Summer 2024, the final split of the LCS. Back on weekends, single round robin, best of 3 with a traditional playoff format that we were used to. What do you think the average viewership was?
That one must have been around 105.
You're overshooting these numbers a little bit. You're giving North America more credit
Man,
than we
again?
should. It was 90, like
Wow.
it was mid 90s. It was like right in between 90,000. I think it was like 92, 93 ish.
All right.
Do you know what our average viewership is right now through 2 weeks?
I'm going to go with 70. 70 feels safe.
Yep.
It's 70? Okay.
We've lost over 20,000 average viewers from last year to the split. We lost every bit of ground that we made up switching back to weekends in the LCS.
Yeah.
What percentage
And
of that
weekends-
is that? What 10% of 90,000 would be 9,000 times 2. It's a little over 20%, give or take.
That's a bit. That's a bit.
I will say the same thing I said back in 2023 when we did this podcast on weekdays. Whoever made the change to swap to weekdays should be fired. In the same way that whoever made the change to swap to LTA North and do this format should also be relieved of their responsibilities.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that hurts to hear, whoever may be making these decisions. But if I made a decision that missed the mark by 22%, if you think that I would have my job, you're out of your fucking mind. And I work in television and media, so I can tell you 22% drop,
I mean, that's a huge deal. Huge deal.
There's no lever to pull with this. Like the thing with like the 78K was like we were always sitting there like, hey, send it back to weekends, we'll stabilize. And we did, we stabilized. Now what lever do you have? Oh, change it back to LCS? That ain't gonna save you. That is not gonna save you. And then
It's kind of like
they'll have Cadril come in, co-stream once during playoffs. It'll bump up a day, but then beyond that, it won't do shit. Because you can't rely on Cadril to save North America. You can't. So you're fucked. Like you are. Whoever made these decisions is fucking stupid.
I mean, the idea that eventually Cadril's coming is with his team, you know, is it's out of people's minds. But also, it makes me wonder, like, what the heck? Who's this team who bought in now? Like, now I'm doubly thinking about that because who the heck is looking at this and going, I just can't think anybody but Team Falcons.
Yeah.
Like, with the backing they have, would sit here and go, I need this slot. Like, I need it really bad.
Nobody else could possibly be dumb enough to buy in. Like, actually buy in? Like, multi-million-dollar buy-in? There's no way. There's no fucking way. Like, this product...
Yeah.
Like, I know everybody's all doom and gloom with, like, Travis and everything. Or Travis leaving and other people leaving. Be a Fan podcast, who I've appeared on his stuff a few times. He stopped doing content. Like...
I saw that.
Bruh, fuck it. Like, holy shit. This is terrible. This is terrible, terrible. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's just not looking too good, I guess, in the viewership sector, but I don't know what to say about it.
There's nothing again. It's just some bullshit, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for LTA North teams to be like, look at this insane viewership that we got for LTA cross-conference playoffs. The same way they did during Split 1. Where they're like, oh, this is great. We can sell this to advertisers. It's awesome. It's like 3 teams of your entire league made it there. And that's it.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck do you mean that you're going to sit and all those viewers, like all but clearly 70,000 of them, will be fucking Brazilian? And you ain't selling shit to a Brazilian crowd. So, like, what do you...
And it's looking kind of cooked for, like, I don't know, if Brazil comes in hot and ready to go and actually plays well, we could be in real trouble. If we lose one of those, like actually lose one of them.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
It'd be so bad. Be so bad.
I hate to like cheer on our
half
downfall, but it would kind of make me happy. Like if 100 Thieves isn't there, it would kind of make me happy. And I'm already like 1 foot out on that front.
Yeah. I mean, it's so tough because it's like there's so much happening, but like, what are we doing here? What are we doing with that? I mean, FlyQuest still looks good, but at some point, I really don't know if I truly believe FlyQuest can be the only good team.
No, I think it's got to be them and C9 pushing each other in some way.
Yeah.
But
there's got to be a bit of both. I mean, because it's just there's not enough FlyQuest can do on their own, and their brand is just not big enough to carry this.
Yeah, and you know what brand's not going to be big enough because they won't be around. 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves.
Yeah.
What do you make of the news for those that need filled in? Dhokla, who was brought in 2.5 weeks ago as a positional coach for Sniper, has seemingly taken his job, or at least is becoming a 6-man for 100 Thieves, as Sniper is still struggling.
It's the least shocking move they could have done, because it's hard to think that 100 Thieves would do a backstabbing move, or to call it backstabbing, because there's nothing left to backstab, really. They don't do that anymore. They do it very openly, what they're doing. I mean, this one wasn't as obvious as the example of maybe telling your fans to go cheer for other teams before you even just give up on the league entirely. But this one was pretty obvious in the sense of like, we don't think this guy is very good anymore. And we're going to bring in another, probably the best like guy we can get who could maybe help change his mental around. But if it doesn't, then this is our last ditch effort to try to save face type of thing. And that's clearly what they're doing here. And I don't think it really does much for anybody. All it does is give Dhokla time to sell himself to the next team. That's about it, really.
I'm going to be real with you. The more time has gone on since the initial announcement of this, yesterday now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pissed off at the move. I'm really, really unhappy with the decision on this part. If you want to bring Dhokla in as a 6-man, you say that from the beginning of the split. Mm-hmm. And I get if there's a problem, like if Sniper's having an issue that's like that bad to the point where he needs to like step away, then step away. Don't make him the 6-man. Make Dhokla like the guy, and like let Sniper take the time off that he needs. If that's a problem, if that's the issue. Bringing in the guy that's supposed to help him and now saying, no, he's not even going to help you anymore. He's just going to straight up take your fucking job. I hate that. I hate that with everything to my fucking core. That it's like, it feels like, and I'll say this on the pit tomorrow in way more detail there, but like, it feels like everybody in this org, maybe this is just public perception from my side, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this, is just fighting for themselves. And nobody fucking cares about anybody else around them at this point. Because why else would you put Dhokla in that situation? Why would the rumors of us being we're blacklisted from scrims against C9. Sven said it on pros. He said, we're not, like, they will not scrim us, period. We're blackballed from them. And Isle said that we are still running it. River is still running it down in scrims. So River's checked out. River doesn't give a shit. Otherwise, he would try and fix that for the sake of the team. So River's checked out. He's retiring. Quid's probably trying to do everything he fucking can at this point to make sure that he's still able to get a job next year. Sniper is dealing with his own mental struggles of, like, you know, clearly trying to play a different role that's needed for the team that doesn't necessarily suit him all that well when he prefers being the carry style. And that's not working. FBI is not playing great, if we're being honest. Ayla is Ayla at this point. And like the whole coaching staff, I'm just sitting here like I love them as individuals, but I'm just sitting here like what's going on here? How do we not have any of this wrapped up? And it's just like, okay, so we're checked out and everybody's worried about themselves and only their fucking selves. Like, what other explanation is there at this point? Because you're sure as fuck not giving me one besides that.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredibly like harsh in a real way, not in like a bad way. But it's just that's probably what it is. Everyone's just fighting for themselves because at this point there is nothing left for any of them to fight for. I mean, we're not we're not in a good spot. If you're a 100 Thieves person, you're probably hoping that you can sell yourself to the next org that comes. But really, I think River does know his time is done. Sniper, I don't think really had a chance to get a job with the next org. I think they were going to look elsewhere at this point. And FBI is pretty much done as well. Ayla's probably close to done, unless you just can't find somebody better, and it's impossible. So it's kind of like that roster is just so cooked outside of Quid. Like, he's the only one that I think everybody's like, I'm good with him. Because
there's going to be a bidding war for him.
He's going to be a huge bidding war. For everyone, not maybe TL2 throws their hat in the ring. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But you're going to have at least, Shopify, TL, like, Dig doesn't really bid war. Lion probably won't, because Saint doesn't look terrible.
No.
But outside of C9 and Fly and I would say Lion, I think everybody else is going to be gunning for him.
Yeah. I'm just
so. And that includes other regions. Other regions could come in and say they want him too.
That's the thing that I'm looking at is like with assumedly C9 and FlyQuest spots not being open. Team Liquid is the one that you immediately look at. Shopify maybe second, and then I think you start fielding offers from like other regions, and you look at like other because like you. I hate to say it, you don't want to go to the relegation if you're Quid. You do not want to go to the relegation team. You are too good for that. Like you were just better than that. You're not going to go to Dig at all. That's not happening. The new maybe the new team that comes in, I don't know. We got to see who that is. And then Shopify, we said, like, maybe. But, like, beyond that, I think you go to a different region as well. And I think you can turn, you know, I don't know if Poby works out with Fnatic maybe, or, like, I don't know where you want to go from there. But, like, regardless, like, he's definitely going to get something. But the top lane move with Dhokla coming in, just, like, you know, all power to Dhokla. Like, you do you, man.
Yep.
Hopefully you get us a fucking win, because, dear God, would it be pathetic for 100 Thieves to go out in their final split not winning a single game. I might actually like make a post that just is a massive fuck you to Nadeshot publicly over and over again for like fuck you Nadeshot over and over again on a chalkboard like 100 times. Like just like, oh God, like I'm gonna lose my shit if this is how we go out. But like that move just feels like so disrespectful in the highest form of the phrase. I don't know how else to interpret that. Why the fuck is Dhokla starting or getting a chance to even play when he was brought in as a positional coach for Sniper? What the fuck is going so wrong that that's now a thing?
Yeah, and why didn't you just call it a like positional coach / possible 6-man roster?
Yeah, just, if the chance of him playing is gonna be there, start him from the jump. You know that like you signed him after news came, or I think like close to news coming out that they were going to be gone, but they knew that they were going to be gone anyways for months. So like what fucking is this move? I'm sorry, but Dhokla does not need another chance starting.
Yeah, not really.
Especially we'll get to it, but like with Surdy now like proving himself on Lion, the top lane talent pool next year is going to be wild. Surdy, you would assume, is going to be there. Zamudo's going to still be there. Impact retiring or not retiring is going to be like the big question mark. Thanatos still there. Fudge still there.
Yeah, Fudge is back, so now it's big for people. I mean, Castle will be gone more than likely.
Or he could get a spot on a team that's not, bottom tier, maybe. But then you have him, you have Photon, you have Whippo, you have Gakos. Like, Gakos is waiting in the wings at FlyQuest to get his chance. Assuming Whippo, is no longer starting to retire, and, FlyQuest already has their guy. So, where... I don't know.
I mean, the FlyQuest roster's so locked in. It's almost pointless even mentioning any of them. The roster shuffles. I mean, Impact is the only top team or high profile top laner I would think who has a chance of just leaving, not actually being replaced. It's just if he leaves.
Yeah.
And then the bottom 4 top laners of what? Surdy, Castle, Zamudo, Sniper, Dhokla now.
I mean, the worst part is
other bottom 4.
I could see Sniper going to a different team in an environment that actually helps him grow and work, which is just going to piss me off more. It's going to piss me off more, but I
think he's going back to tier 2.
Probably.
Likely, but he's going to do really well down there.
The other thing that Isles said about 100 Thieves that I have to put out there, by the way, is that he said that they have seen nobody but Quid in solo queue. Quid is the only player that they have seen playing solo queue for extended periods of time. FBI just doesn't play.
That's interesting.
What the fuck are we doing? How are we not playing solo queue or streaming or doing anything? Do we really not fucking care? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love Alex's comment. Alex said in chat, I think if we do go out, if you're going to go to the arena for the final game, I think we need to support the players, not the org. We used to love this team, and it's a real crime what has happened to them. I agree. We should go support 100 Thieves in their last 2 potential series in this league. Oh, wait, we're in the fucking side studio again this weekend. Let me take that back. Go support them in their potential 1 game that you might get to watch of them, because the other one we're in the fucking side studio.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
By the way,
that is a genius move.
I went to go pull pictures for the pit this week, and I like using the banner things because the banner things are fucking cool. They're so cool. I love them. And the picture of all of them with their banners sitting in that little closet, crammed behind the computers because that's the only spot that they can put the flags in, was hilarious. It was hilariously fitting. They're barely in there. There's not oh, dude, it was so fitting. I'm just oh, this is so bad.
It's so interesting. The side studio part is also so tough that really is the way it goes. But it also makes me think we're just getting so close to this being online thing. I mean, with the way viewership is going and everything else is happening, they're going to try to cheapen it as much as possible. And that's really the way to cheapen it up.
If you're going to go online, you better at least give us a bunch of games. You better give us a lot to work with. If you're going to save all that money from online, I better get double round robin best of 3s. And the full thing, 4 days a week of games, everything. You better try, because even then, oh man, pure online in the format that we're doing right now would make me want to quit. Would legitimately make me want to check out and just be fuck this, fuck them, anywhere else, anything. I don't know what side of the pillow I woke up on this morning, but it's one of them.
It's that vacation. You had vacation, so you were able to see the light.
Probably. I was making content the entire time. That's the thing that pissed me off. I probably put out more content when I was on vacation walking around the beach than most players have this entire fucking split. I'm chilling in a pool, just listening to good music, and I see a comment on my phone as I'm scrolling about man, you just post shit all the time on vacation, or somebody said I respect the fact that you're willing to just record when you're out there, and I was you know what? That's another chance to record. I'm gonna record. Fuck it. prop my phone up on a towel next to me as I'm chilling in like an Infinity Edge style like pool at a day club, but it's raining out and shit. Is like,
it's it's got to be tough. I mean, whenever you're chilling on vacation, this is why I tell Sam with sports, you have to have another hobby.
Yep.
Like, you have to have something that is your rock of just constant fun hobby. Like, for me, it's Disney World. That's my one hobby where, like, they can make a change that might make me sad, but I know whatever they're putting in place is going to be great. So it's my one thing. I go there, I know I'm going to be happy, I leave, I'm good. With sports, you're always going to have something that disappoints you. So you have to try to get by it. I mean, this year you had a championship, so that makes it nice. But we all know how that goes. You get one championship, and then you have like 10 more years where you're just hoping to get back there. That's it. But those moments are great. In League, it's just like way worse right now because the League is just slowly dying. I mean, unless you're a C9, I guess, even a C9 fan ain't having a great time lately.
No.
Like, it's not like peak time. I guess if you're I don't know, a FlyQuest fan?
No, even then, like, I think like fans of those two teams are probably thinking like, bro, can we just go play in the LEC instead?
True.
Like,
and
I get
fans too.
Dude, we are like at this point, we are the Pac-12. Or what used to be the Pac-12. We are teams that are probably praying for any other conference to adopt them at this point, so that they can just get out of it. Like, I guarantee if you gave FlyQuest and C9 the chance right now, they're allowed to keep all their players. They're allowed to keep like the North American rules, but you give them permission to have like an America's guest slot in the LEC. They take that shit so quick. So quick. Oh my God, would they? There's no way they stay.
You mean you're the current ACC? Hey, I can't say much because my team's apparently the one getting the bag to leave. I literally, did I not tell you, like 3 weeks ago, we're about to be an SEC team, and then you went, you guys aren't big enough to be an SEC team, and then all of a sudden, just ESPN article after ESPN article, just like, Carolina's about to be an SEC team by 2030, you better get ready. And I was like, I knew this was coming.
The worst part, it fits.
What?
It fits though. You guys could pull it off.
Yeah. Well, it's because we would go there and like basketball would be the thing that people would be like, you guys can't just come here and win SEC basketball. That's not how it works. And then they'd be like, what the heck? Like, you guys actually just run guards like madmen? Like, this is psychotic. They'd be like, we're so tall, you can't beat us. And we'd be like, have you ever just heard of immaculate guard play? And people would be like, what does that mean? And we'd be like, remember that guy on Florida? And you were like, how's he keep making threes? Well, we produce one of those every 2 years. And everyone just goes, what? And we're just like, yeah, that's just how it works. We just go find a guard.
It took us what?
It took us
18 years to get a second Walter Clayton Jr. Like, it'll be 2030 or 2043. We'll have a Walter Clayton Jr. out there.
Yeah.
If he has a kid now.
Carolina will just be like, hey, this is the 6th guard we've had since we joined 2 years ago. We're slapping him down again. We're going to be like, and you'll be like, well, he's not doing well in the NBA. Okay. He scored 20 points a game in college. That's all we asked. Like, that's literally just the system. The system is churn out as many high-scoring, psychotic guards with way too big an ego that you can find and just keep pumping them into the ether.
Yup. Oh, God.
That's why I'm excited for that. And that SEC schedule is going to hit like crack.
Oh, I know. It's going to be...
Dude, basketball.
SEC basketball and SEC football with you guys in it is still fun. I mean, SEC football is already good as is. You guys coming in doesn't change that much.
Yeah.
But, like, there's still, like, North Carolina... What matchup I can't wait to see now is UNC South Carolina. That becomes, like, a really good...
That's true.
A really good matchup there.
My dream scenario is close. We move to the SEC, and then Ben Johnson decides, because the Bears are a cursed franchise, he's like, dude, this sucks, but I still want to be a head coach somewhere. I like the thought of it. His alma mater is Carolina. Just bring him home. We get the best OC possible, and then we just become the worst thing the SEC's ever seen, which would be the most Carolina thing ever. We just high score, and that's it. And the SEC's like, you can't do this here. We're just like, all we can do is score 40 a game, and you'll score 40 as well. But one of us will win at the end of this in the 40s.
Oh god,
that's the beauty of it. But with LTA, there's no way to wrap this.
The LTACC?
No possible way. Yeah, the LTACC. I mean, really, they're like...
No, to answer the question that was in chat for those that weren't able to read it, it was what single change will we make that we think could rebound viewership? There's not a single change that you could make. Like, assuming we're not moving, like, assuming we're not uniting everything and, like, just completely merging LTA North and South, which is, like, cheating of an answer, like, then you're using Brazilian viewership. If we're just talking, like, growing North American viewership, there's not much you can do at this point. Even if you change back the LCS, like, there's... The name value is gone there. You need so many things. You need a combination of, like, 6 different things all together to make it work. And it's going to take... I think to get back to a 90,000 average viewership, it's going to take 3 solid years of just good games, good teams, personalities building it up. Like, you want to know the biggest change I would make? This might be extreme. I would tie 20% of every single player in the league's contract value to making sure they can finish top 25 or top 50 in NA solo queue. And you have to,
or maybe just put a huge bonus on it.
No, 25% straight of their contract.
Jeez, dude.
Put that in.
That'd be nuts.
And make a streaming requirement that you have to stream at least 10 hours a week. Jeez. Put those 2 in immediately. Maybe shit starts changing. Maybe we start paying attention to solo queue again. And these guys have public personas and, like, actually can do something. Like, the only way that you start changing the shit is if we get personalities to come in and help save us at this point. Because the players alone don't have the personality to do it. The teams, the league. Speaking of the league, that's actually a good transition. I wanted to get into this topic.
You're actually, though, on such a, like, just burn it all, like, mindset right now. I've never heard you talk like that. Like, be like, players aren't interesting. Teams can't build a brand to save their life. It's cooked, brother.
It's cooked with the current crop.
That's not the Dave I know.
Because I have my... I'm trying to save my answers for Monday. I have a full video coming Monday on what I'm calling the Dave's 5-step guide to saving North America. Mm-hmm. And I'm saving it for that video. So I'm being a little bit more doomer now so I can be, like, super hopium on that one in particular. But I think I will give 5 solid steps that they need to do next year in order to start building this up. I gave away one of them here. So, well, and the second one we already know with renaming the LCS to the LTA. Maybe I'll make it a 6-step program. Maybe I'll extend the steps a little bit. Make sure it's a little bit wider. But no, look, for me, everything bad is hitting all at once. My org's going down, league viewership's going down, like, everything's just, like, in the shitter. Like, meanwhile, I have to find out my fucking place in all of this next year that it's like, I don't even know. Your boys out here are shit talking the casters, which I really appreciate.
Yep.
I don't agree with them. I will say.
I actually think like Shopify as a team has great personalities.
Oh, I agree.
Like actually moving in a good direction. I will say this also to Shopify, like low key, if the way B-Boy plays, so hit or miss. I mean, between fights, it's so hit or miss. It's crazy, but it is so fun. Like they're a very like you gotta watch the game's theme. It's just tough because I know like not a ton of people are getting excited out of bed to watch Shopify games.
Not at the moment.
Not a ton.
I think Palafox, like in my opinion, Palafox's interview makes your guys' series a must-watch on main broadcast this week. Because I need to know how the broadcast is going to talk about him this entire time.
Yeah.
I need to know. Because you know they're salty about that headline. I don't care who you are.
Well, yeah.
No, I have not seen a caster come out and say anything yet, but that is the number one upvoted post on the subreddit right now.
Yep.
You know it's popping off on Twitter to the point where every caster has seen it. So it's like, I want to see what happens when he plays Ahri and misses that first charm. I want to see what happens. Or like the first time the Palafox is like out of position, like do the casters take their pot shot at him for the hell of it?
I mean,
they're too nice. They won't, but they should.
I will say, like, it was one of those moments where I was like, this is like the energy of what I loved about my older team. And I was finally like, dude, I like this. So that really got me going, made me more hyped, made me really think about the team more and like fall in love with them more. That is the stuff you got to do. I mean, you do have to eventually build a us versus them for your fans. Like it's a good part of the game. It's what makes sports fun to build this like idea of it's us versus them and we got to beat them. And a lot of people are going to be like, you don't really need that, but you do. Like everybody has it a little bit. Everybody has to have that bit of like everybody hates us, because we want to win so bad. And I like that a lot. It was almost enough to make me be like, nah, he's just keep him. Keep him for next year. I don't care.
Do you think he's right though?
Because that they hate on him a bit?
His overall sentiment. Do you think he's right about how they treat him on the broadcast?
He starts pretty slow.
Yeah.
He starts pretty slow. It's hard not to say he earns some of it. And I don't watch enough analyst desk to know if they're actually being mean to him. I don't feel like the casters are doing too much. I know like I'm looking at it now, the top comment in here is I wish the casters were meaner.
Yeah.
Half of them are terrified to call people out and stuff. I mean, I don't really know about that. I feel like the casters are pretty honest in the league.
Yeah. I think people are too conditioned by co-streaming. I really do. They want to hear Dom and Cadriel and everybody else freak out whenever bad plays happening. And it's like that's not how it should be on the main broadcast at all. I think he has a very the point that I thought was very valid that I don't think or not that I don't think, but I think it gets missed a good bit is like when he noted about like, hey, I might have missed charm, but that's because somebody flashed it and like I burned a summoner spell. Like I agree. That's like a good play. Like trading a charm for a flash is good so long as you're able to get out and it doesn't put you in a position to the point where you can be collapsed on. Like, absolutely. Sure. And like, if I was Palafox, a great thing to do, which you see in Call of Duty all the time, like if you hear like commentators or people calling out, or like what pro players will do is they'll pull up tweets from the community and they'll load up the clip and they'll break it down as to why like the community is wrong on certain things. Is like pull up those moments on stream, call that shit out publicly and have the conversation, because then we can sit here and honestly talk about it. And from the broadcast side, what I hope happens, say it's like Azael casting or Kobe or whoever it's going to be on there with him. Every single positioning mistake that Palafox makes, you should be calling that shit out this weekend. Like nothing explicit. Right, like don't sit here and be like, oh, Palafox is ass at this play. His Ahri's just not good. Don't like give any sort of opinion. Just matter of fact, state every single thing as it happens that Palafox does wrong. Let the facts be the facts.
Yeah.
He misses charm wide. Like, he's missed a charm, no summoner. Like, say he plays Ahri. Misses a charm, no summoner is blown. Call that shit out immediately. Like, oh, you didn't hit your skill shot. Didn't hit a minion. Didn't hit this. Like, be petty with it. Like, good. Like, that. Build a little bit of animosity between the two. Like, and like, that'll light a fire under some of the players' eyes. Like, oh, you don't want me to call this out? Stop missing your fucking charms. Like, do the things that you're supposed to do. Everybody started linking the freak 9-man sleep. That was a great call out.
Yeah.
That was a great call in the moment, as much as I know it hurt you. Like,
no, it was good though.
That's
it was exactly what I was saying. That whole playoff run. You can go back on this podcast and listen to me literally just going, they're dragging 2 old men through playoffs, and all I did was bash how bad Double and Biofrost were playing. It was terrible. They were playing so bad. It was literally just Broken Blade and Speak It, and it broke those 2, I think. It broke their playstyle for quite a bit. I mean, and it's good when they're called out. I also think that stuff is good. Like, having that animosity isn't always a bad thing, because it keeps a lot of tension there. And I think that's kind of good in sports sometimes. Like, I hate the ESPN commentators, the way they talk about the Pacers. And it's because Mike Breen is literally a Knicks fan, so he's just a salty mug that we absolutely own his city. And
the same way that we hated
like,
every time that fucking what's his name was on the cast for our series. Why am I forgetting his name?
Yeah.
Why am I fucking
who
he was commentating the series?
About Doris Burke?
No, not Doris Burke.
Reggie Miller.
Yes, thank you, Reggie Miller.
Yeah, the Reggie Miller thing was so. I mean, it's an interesting choice, but I know they did it because they just wanted to give him a call. It was the last series TNT was doing.
Yeah.
So in their head, they were like, "We got to do it."
Which
but
I
it's
get
like,
it.
okay,
but I'm sitting there like, bro, come on.
That is crazy to do to Knicks fans.
On.
Crazy. It is crazy, and but that does, in a way though, that is smart by them.
Yep.
Because it adds that tension and it keeps Knicks fans angry the whole time, and it keeps them fired up, right?
Yep.
Like, and that keeps it intense. I mean, because also Pacers fans like want more from Reggie the whole time, you know, like because he can't give it. He has to stay semi-unbiased. Yep. So the whole time sometimes he's breaking his bias, you know, like, or showing his bias. And as a Pacer fan, you're like, come on, just break it all the way and give it to us. Let us hear it. And then he goes back to being, you know, a little more like professional. And New York fans are like, see, I told you. And the whole time, both sides are like talking about that.
Yep.
And that adds something to it inside the game. And it's not a terrible thing to add it to League. I know League fans would probably not handle it well. Just knowing.
I mean, I think they handled TSM chat pretty well.
Yeah.
I think if done right, it can be done well.
Yeah, it can. That is true. I mean, you do have to have somebody who like is a fan of the best team out there, somewhat.
Yeah.
Because you have to make them popular. Like, you have to use your dynasties to get something out of it. You can't actually just not talk about them. That's a really bad idea.
Nope. I ain't even acknowledging it.
What?
Oh, I was just looking at the chat.
Which one?
Yeah, it's YouTube chat. Yeah. But
Eagles Pacers, dude, you gotta let's get the brain turning. Let's figure out the sports. Let's get them linked up. Let's lock in a bit. I know, like, there's a lot of things. I guess the response is what you wanted out of it. But if you're gonna do this stuff, let's lock in. Let's be good at it. Let's do this stuff. It's baby steps.
Let's not give
baby steps.
Let's not give Shaden level of shit talk here. All right.
Yes. Although this guy is absolutely on crack. Putting Eagles better than Pacers and then Mahomes is the GOAT in the same thing. Like, is he actually a fan of both the Eagles and The Chiefs. I mean, I'd believe it the way he's typing. Low key, there are people out there who just pick the best teams. Let me guess. You also happen to love the Yankees, T1, sometimes Gen G. Sometimes they trickle in there. And you're also somehow a fan of Ohio State and Georgia at the same time.
Ohio State and
even
Texas
though both
right
of your parents are from, if I had to guess, Mississippi, with the way you're typing, probably Mississippi parents. You have about a 49th education level, but you do happen to be an Ohio State and Georgia Bulldog fan. And that is good. That's fine. That does work. Lakers, yeah, Lakers are one I could have added in there. But I don't think Lakers anymore.
No, Lakers have lost
fair.
that luster. It's not the late 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
this is like Rick Pitino Day. Did you hear what he said?
No. Oh, God.
He said we'll never have a real point guard again when Chris Paul retires. There's no real point guards. And I was like, bro, literally a guy who passes so much, people called him a fraudulent good player, just was in the finals. And the only reason he lost game 7, I mean, maybe we still lose that game, but the man literally opens the game 3 for 3 from 3, tears his Achilles, and that's how it pretty much ends for them. And is the realest point guard you can get.
Don't acknowledge anything else that was said. We move on.
Yeah, that's a little far.
Yep.
It's a little far. That one I'm probably gonna remove. I think that one's fair to be removed. But you can't you actually can't tell me if you're Rick Pitino that the point guard is dead. There's a man who is playing point guard so well that people are literally debating what a star is now in the NBA.
Yeah.
They don't know.
I want to get us back on the league because we're already at...
I know, I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine. We're already at an hour. I'm in
a real sports kick right now, and it's not...
I know.
It's not league's fault, but, when you throw in... When football's coming, you got to deliver. And when you go, hey, we took a massive dump, and in it we found the format of the century, it's like I just end up going... Football looks pretty nice over there.
I know. We're at that time where it's normally I'm so deep into world's talk, world's conversation, world's everything else, and I'm just sitting here dude, my football teams have hella good storylines going into this year. Oh my god.
Yep.
And I'm just that's tough. But
I'm actually kind of psychotically into Daniel Jones for no reason.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Because it's where I'm at.
Don't tell people around here that they don't need to know. They don't need to know that.
Bro, really if Daniel Jones saves Indiana football, can you imagine the next Nick Spacer series?
Yeah, I
mean, we may be 40 years old by the time Halliburton's back, but it'll happen again.
Probably. Let's do predictions for this upcoming weekend. Get them out of the way, because you're still 1 point ahead, by the way, after last week, because of how we predicted pretty much everything to go. So
everything.
This weekend, I think we might actually vary ever so slightly on our predictions.
Yeah, there's a few we could.
Starting with week number 1, I just spent how many minutes? Probably 25 minutes or so. Dumping on my org, saying that we're selfish, we're individual players, all this shit. I'm calling it now. Dhokla's coming in. We're winning that series 2-1.
All right.
I have no logic for it, but it's just one of those I'm getting the same gut feeling on this that I did when we upset C9 back in 2020. Whenever we should not have been able to do it. Poom comes in, things just work out, and we beat C9 somehow, some way. So I'm calling 2-1 100 Thieves over Shopify this week by the grace of God. And this will be the only series that we win the entire split, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Shopify 2.0, I think. Because I hear everything you have to say, but also I've watched your team play League of Legends. And I hate to tell you, narrative boy, that going on vacation and staring out to the ocean and sitting in the sand doesn't make narratives magically happen. I don't know what bottle you pulled out of there, and I don't know what you huffed out of it, but you're definitely not 2-0ing. That's crazy.
No, I didn't say 2-0. I said 2-1.
Or 2-1.
I said 2-1.
Even
Thank
getting
you.
a game.
2-1.
Even getting a game. A game.
I'm just saying that I think Sniper gets them, or
There's
swapping
no
Sniper
way.
out. Swapping Sniper out for Dhokla. We've seen Dhokla get the better of Fudge. We have. Like, I'm just saying. I could see it happening. Anyways, next matchup, FlyQuest Lion. Who you got? Does the 30 upset streak continue?
I'm gonna go FlyQuest 2-0 yet again.
As am I.
I think it's just Lion. I feel bad for Lion that they ran into this.
Same, but I will say this. If Lion take a single game this series and Surdy looks good, Surdy will have secured his starting spot on a roster next split. Likely Team Liquids, in my opinion. I think if he... That's my bet. That's my bet. I think if they can stand up here and do well, and your Team Liquid looking at this, you're like, he bodied Impact last week. Maybe it's time.
Interesting.
Any other thoughts on that? Gakkos could start?
No. Yeah, Gakkos could start. I still think the rest of FlyQuest is better.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Than what Lion can put out.
So
this other one is the toughest one.
So you've notably picked FlyQuest to 2-0, which would in theory mean that this is a meaningless best of 3 entirely for Cloud9. Context going into
No, because they still gotta beat Shopify. They still gotta win.
No, because
for second seed.
No, does not matter. They'll still be second seed doesn't matter. FlyQuest picks their team.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it literally is once FlyQuest secures first seed, everything else is irrelevant so long as you've secured top 4. Like it does not matter. Like FlyQuest is not picking them, so it does not matter. I'm still saying Cloud9 2-0, by the way.
I'm gonna go C9 2-1.
Do you think CL takes a game with them not caring as much?
Yeah. But then C9's pride gets the better of them, and they actually try. Maybe they 2-0. I mean, they're very strong.
That's my thing, is like they look good. C9 looks real good. I can't get myself to do it. Game that matters, though, in theory, for potential seeding for that 5th spot to choose who they want to play. DSG versus Dig. Who you got?
DSG 2-0.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say, I think it's going to be a 2-1. I like this series being close. I think Photon versus Castle will actually be pretty good. Shaden, I think, is just straight up better than XU, even though I think both of them are like clear-cut bottom 2 junglers in the league right now. I would definitely give mid lane to Dark Wings over Kane. I have not been impressed by Kaney at all. I think Dark Wings has like a ton of potential to grow. Bot lane wise, I mean, all around. I would say I'm gonna go. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go 2-1 disguised over Dig. I think I'm gonna side in your favor there. I don't have a reason to pick against it. I don't think.
Interesting. I didn't think you'd actually go with that.
I'm just down on Dig right now. Like I really think some real questions need to be had about not only like everybody focuses on Bakery when it comes to like their roster construction and everything there. I think we need to have a serious conversation about Rigby soon if this roster implodes.
Well, he's just probably cooked, no?
You would think.
His career's probably over in league roster building sense.
But I'm just thinking like the rosters that this dude has had, the talent that he's, technically like touched over this period of time, he's had some pretty good names. And like we've just seen systems that he's been a part of just seem to like always have these crumbling internal issues for whatever reason. Like whether that's him or somebody else, like we have no fucking clue, but like they're starting to become a common theme here. And Sardi's not fully to be believed at his word by any means. Like we've heard one side of the story on the dig front.
But they put it out.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's it. They're like, okay, well,
no, it sounds kind of true.
Would they put it out on their own channel if it didn't have validity to it? Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, if you drop it, it's got to be kind of true, right?
You would think. I mean, they didn't I don't know. I can't figure it out with them. Also, I will say, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Dignitas should be kicked out of the league." I don't want Dig kicked out of the league personally. I like having Dig here.
Really?
Yeah. I think every league needs a punching bag, and I think they're the punching bag.
So you've changed our one conversation? Where we said...
I just think we need stability more than anything right now. And if a good org comes in and changes them out, I'm not opposed to it. But if it's not a good org, I'd rather them stay, and I'd rather have somebody to punch back at, but then also have to eat my words if they finally change like management and everything around like this org. But I still am of the opinion if a good fit comes in. Because who was our suggestion? It was what Optic. I mean, Optic Envy's a fucking pipe dream at this point. But like,
that'll never happen. Yeah.
And FaZe with
Mr.
all the
Beast
problems
is really
there.
the best one you could think of, but I think he's very moved on from this scene.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he still cares about the game that much.
Yeah. And at least with Dig, I know like Sylvix is involved for content. I think that's why I give them more of a pass than most other people, is because like I know at least even despite the name change, like the necessary needed name change, like I know we're at least getting content out of them. That's good at a minimum.
Like I think it'd actually be hard to get Dig or to get Mr. Beast in here because he gets so much more than what this league can give him doing other stuff. Like it actually is a waste of his money and time.
It is an entire waste of his time. There is zero reason for him to do it. But anything else you want to add in here? I think we hit on pretty much every topic that I could think of.
No.
Chat, anything else that we're missing that we didn't talk about? Any LTA headlines? I will be live, or not live, or not coaster. I will be live viewing the game on Saturday. I will have gone out to the Chainsmokers concert tomorrow, which I'm beyond excited for. So I will be tired as shit on Saturday, but talk about Surdy's interview with Drew. No, I didn't even watch it, so I can't speak on it. If I didn't see it, I doubt Paul did, if I had to guess. Big Brother, none of us watch Big Brother. What was I going to say? Something movie-wise. Oh, I really want to go see that horror movie. The Weapons, or whatever it's called. So, like, the highest rated horror movie in, like, the last, like, 20-some years on Rotten Tomatoes. Emily's excited for that one. I'm also in a TV show rut right now with Love Island done, and I just don't know what to do with my life. Other than Stan Nicolandria, but, that's a whole different thing.
Tomorrow I start my, I try to do 30 days before I go to Disney.
Uh-oh. So you're cutting
not
yourself
watch
off
Disney
entirely?
content. Tomorrow starts. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to get out of your system? I know it's been a big few days for Disney. I'll keep quiet on this one, but if you want to say it, go right ahead.
Oh, like, what do you mean a big few days? What have you seen?
No, just like earnings call, like all the news and
Oh,
shit.
yeah,
It's been
dude.
a
There's
big few
so
days.
well.
I'll let you
Okay, the
say
one
this.
I've already kind of sent to you, but I think is crazy is the hotels one. Their hotels are just so dominating in that area that they're just continuing to actually still do well, even in times where park attendance goes down. Somehow they still pull through because hotel revenue goes hard, and I think that's awesome. One, because their hotels like actually are a whole thing. That I know multiple families who go down there and just do the hotels, and that's it. They just go hotel to hotel, trying out the hotel, essentially water parks, right? But you stay at one Disney hotel and you can ask another. You can be like, "Hey, can I go to this resort and play in their pool instead of, the pool at this one?" And they'll be actually nice enough to let you go in as long as you have like a valid resort reservation or whatever. I mean, you could also just be kind of scummy and just walk in and do it, I guess, but nobody would really stop you. But if you ask, they'll be really nice and let you do stuff. But there's that. And then big news on the ride updates that's crushing me. That's so cool. The Monsters Inc. stuff is actually moving really fast. I think it's actually going to be really quick in 2027. They're going to have all of the Animal Kingdom stuff done somehow in 2027. I don't get how they're moving so quick, but they are. And they're talking about late 2026 if they could get it done. By then, I would be absolutely blown away. I do think 2027 late or 2028 might be like the best year if you're looking to go and you want to see all the new stuff. That really is like the time to go. It's so good right there. I know like right now, chat, not huge Disney fans. I get it. Whatever. There's not there. It's a very niche thing, and the more niche it becomes, the better it is for me because it'll get cheaper. Yeah, never. But it's one of those things where
I mean, if you go with me
all
to the
these new
parks,
rides.
it's free, but
Yeah, okay. But 2028 is gonna go so hard, I think. Like that's my new time where if I was somebody who wanted to book a trip, that's where I'd book it. Unless you really just don't want to go, then I think by 2031, you genuinely you're a psycho if you don't want to go by then, because that's when Villains Land will be done. If you don't want to go by 2031, I truly don't know what you enjoy in life. If you don't want to go, less people go, the higher prices get. Not true. Not true. Disney does demand-based premium options. The more people there, the higher the demand-based premium options get. That's not true. People think that's the truth with Disney. I've learned you get better deals. You gotta know how to work the deals. Guess what? I know how to work the deals because I spend a lot of time reading it. If you know how to work the deals, less people, better you get. It's supply and demand. Disney's no different. They don't just up the premium content to an astronomical level. I mean, yes, would they for like Disney's Californian or my bad, Disney's Grand Floridian? Maybe, but I've never seen the place empty, so I highly doubt they would. If they weren't selling rooms, I promise you they would eventually sell it for a cheap enough price to get somebody in.
it bugs me seeing questions in chat that I can answer, but I can't. It bugs me to hell.
Is any Disney outside of the US doing well? Tokyo Disney goes so hard, brother. You need to look like, okay, Tokyo Disney goes so hard that they pay their own money for it, bro, and run it on their own. And they don't, I'm not talking like they pay little money. Like Disney low key uses Tokyo Disney to test their new stuff because they foot the bill. That's how it works over there. It's like some Oriental company owns it, Oriental Land Company. They own it. And Disney will go over there and be like, okay, what do you want? They'll go, we want this, and here's the budget. And then they go, whoa, that's so much money. Like, we can actually test things out. Are you cool if we do this? And they go, Sure, and then they test something out and then they bring it back here. And they actually have to sign deals where they have to wait like 4 to 5 years, sometimes even a decade, before they can bring the ride system back to America. But I know I'm getting way too deep in the rabbit hole.
For obvious reasons, I will say everything that Paul said is his own opinion and not those that reflect mine nor any views of the company that I work for, which just so happens to be the Walt Disney Company. I do want to know your quick thoughts on, like, just reading the room on DTC news, direct to consumer news.
The Hulu thing, now that I know it's going to be split still, like price wise, I can still pay for Hulu and watch in the Disney Plus app. That's what my wife said. She Googled it today, and that's what it said. They told her, because she like Googled something and it said she can still pay for Hulu and watch that just in the app, like keep her Hulu price she has. I don't know if you just can't drop it or what, but if that stays, it's cool. If I gotta start somehow paying for Disney Plus and Hulu at the same time, that's gonna really blow, but whatever, I'll figure it out, I guess. I'm sure they'll have a cheaper option, like some ads based. I don't know yet. I mean, there's so much coming there, I really don't know what to think about it. All I know is like Hulu is such a mainstay in my house. There's really not much we can do. Like Hulu has us by the balls, so we're kind of just up to the whims of what Disney Plus decides. And I know you can't mention anything on that.
That's directly what I work on, so I cannot talk about anything on that front.
Hulu is like literally like our thing. Like it's pretty much all we use for TV apps. And then I'm obviously the diehard YouTuber, but Disney Plus is adding like a crap ton of Disney rides in 8K. Like I don't know what's going on, but you guys are uploading like so many Disney rides in 8K on Disney Plus. And somebody mentioned you do edit them, right? So Disney Plus will take the edit and shorten it. Like there's certain scenes that they'll cut out. And I was like, why do they do that? That's kind of weird. But then a guy mentioned on a podcast I listened to, I know I'm way too into this, you don't have to tell me. But he was like, it could be one of those things where they're just trying to get it easier for people to like take in what is this, and then go, would this be worth going to? And then you watch it in 8K, which is like as good as it's gonna get view wise, and you go, okay, this actually looks like something up my alley. But they don't give you the whole thing, so that when you go to the park, it still surprises you. And I was like, that's actually not a bad point if that's what they're doing. Another guy said this though, and I was like, bro, low key, somebody needs to tell Disney Plus this, because this would get mad Disney World fandom revenue. Like everybody would be buying Disney Plus. And I know you can't even make a face to this, but it's a genius idea he had. They need to start putting, we updated this ride because of your Disney Plus subscription and you watching this video. So we gave this ride an update. Like if they were funding updates to rides based upon Disney Plus videos, I'm telling you, bro, the die-hard Disney people would be buying Disney Plus just to be like, and then they'd be doing like, run a poll once a month. What ride do you want updated next? Those would go crazy. So crazy. People would be voting in those like mad for their favorite ride. If I could
on the
pay...
WWE ESPN?
I didn't even see that. What?
I
thought they were on Netflix.
I had 3 friends text me in the last 48 hours about it. They're like, David, do I have to pay for WWE pay-per-views now, like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, and all this if I have ESPN? And I was like, do you have a cable subscription? He's like, yeah, I do. I was like, nope, you're good. You get them included now. Congrats.
Nice.
He's like, well, what if I just have ESPN Plus? It's like, well, if you just have ESPN Plus, you'll have to buy the pay-per-views as they come for WWE. Like, that's just going to be how it is. He's like, but I've...
Dang.
And I was like, well, you got cable, so you don't have to worry about that, so you're fine. And I was like...
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's more... This is just like me job life updates. I'll tell you once we get off stream. I can't say it publicly here, but there's something that I'm personally gunning for within the company. But
ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. All the Disney news that dropped was like good news. Also, all their like construction stuff has either been ahead of schedule or on schedule. So I'm like in my. This is the Paul Green renaissance of theme parking right now. Like all theme parks are doing well. They just cost a lot of money to get in, but just don't be a loser and join the military, and you can get in for the same price as your parents did back in the day.
Or just find yourself a friend who works for the company.
Or or just work there. Those are your two options. So take your pick.
Nope.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cedar Flare, Six Flags ain't doing the best.
All right, folks. That's going to be it for us. I'm going to cut off the Disney talk here.
Yeah, my bad.
I'll have timestamps in the VOD. For those of you that want to go back and rewatch different points, I will, if Paul doesn't have them, I will make sure I do them tomorrow morning whenever I can. Yeah. Was that?
I made them, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're set. You guys can go watch me freak out more than Paul seeing me freak out in a bit. And the pit will be out tomorrow. So be sure to take a look. Otherwise, catch you on Saturday for the live stream. 100 Thieves versus Shopify. You going to be around to watch it or no?
I should be. I don't know what else I'd be doing.
If you want to...
I'll hop in. I'll hop in for a little and maybe say some good things about good people.